You know, sis, I want to borrow that word for a little bit, Mālama, and because our next guests come to us from Mālama Ola Health Services.
Mālama Ola means to care for life and well-being, and this relatively new company was just voted Best of Hawaiʻi. And joining us now from Mālama Ola Health Services are Daryle Ann Ho, our Director of Clinical Services, and Claudine Takatsuka. She's our Bereavement Coordinator. Ladies, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Now, Daryle Ann, this recognition says a lot because the message our viewers are conveying to us are that they trust you with the care of their most important members of their family. For hospice or palliative care, what does that mean to you? What was your reaction when you first found out that you folks were chosen as the best of Hawaiʻi?
Well, our hospice agency was thrilled to be chosen as Hawaii's best in hospice in the state, and it's just really made our staff just be really inspired to give even more of themselves for our patients and our families. And we were just overjoyed, you know, that we were recognized this way from our families and that they appreciate us being there for them, and, you know, our warmness from our staff and our doctors and the nurses and everybody that's involved.
A lot of joy.
A lot of joy.
I can imagine this adds to the why of what you guys do every day. Now, I want to ask you, Claudine, as a bereavement coordinator, can you kind of explain what you do and how important your job is with connecting you guys, Mālama Ola Health Services, to the family?
Okay, well, I love what I get to do. I get to be with the patients and their families as they come on service, and then I get to be with them as after the patient passes. We have a program that I get to be with them for 13 months after the patient passes. So I get to help them as they navigate through their grief, and prior to that, having those important conversations, making those really special moments come together to be able to express love and hopefully have reconciliation if needed. But just, it's an honor and a privilege to just be with the family as they go through such a traumatic event, just help them as they navigate through.
Yeah, and you must get those stories about how the staff was so caring, and then some stories about the actual patient, so that must bring some chicken skin too.
Oh, I love it. You know, it's just so neat to be a place where someone can be a soft place to fall, express how they're feeling. Because sometimes it's hard to have conflicting feelings. You know, you're so thankful that you have this person in your life that you love so much, and then just releasing them and allowing them to pass, and then reflecting on how much you love them, how special they were to you. And then I get to be a part of that, hearing how much the families love our patient and just love the time that they had, because hospice is like a heads up, you know, time is short, time is valuable, let's make the most of it.
Yep. And I imagine that you, sorry, kind of getting choked up a little bit, but I imagine that you being right there allows them to just bring closure to this one event in their lives. Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, again, Daryle Ann and Claudine, Daryle Ann and Claudine, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to you folks. Now, I understand that viewers are probably hearing this, and they're, you know, maybe you folks have just kind of, you know, helped them get rid of some of that fear that comes with the words hospice or palliative care. If they'd like to reach out to you, how can they do that?
People can find out more about us and hospice care, palliative care by going to our website. They can call us. They can have a doctor make a referral for them, or they can call us themselves. And we'll be more than happy to come out, ease their mind, talk to them about any of their questions that they may have. Hospice is not scary. We don't want it to be scary. You know, it's just another transition in life that we want to make sure that everybody is comfortable going forward.
Nice.
That's the reason why you guys are the best. why you are the best of Hawaiʻi.
Thank you.
Daryle Ann Ho, Claudine Takatsuka, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
That was so awesome. Brand new company, already the best of Hawaiʻi.
Boom.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick break before we do. It's National Shopping Cart Day.